hello, it is Moonshine Oracle. That was the Smokestack Twins composure for the film Sinners. I ain't gonna lie, I have no intention of seeing the film because, I pretty much, like, me being from the South, and not just me being from the South, but a medium in the South with active boots on the ground, it really doesn't take a lot of rocket scientists to know what that film is about. And if you're into history like I am, it don't take long to figure out just by seeing a few clips. And so on down that line. Because I had to delete my old TikTok app and create a new one because, like, my algorithm and stuff like that, like it needed to be cleaned out and all that jazz. But before I babble on any further, disclaimers are in the description boxes of all the videos because I will not be dealing with anybody's triggered, unhealed, unprocessed bullshit. This is an energy at large check-in. I don't plan on this being too long, but this is for the upcoming full moon. That's August the 8th, I believe. Like, it's the end of this coming week. And I'm wanting to say that's when the portal is too. Like, I don't stalk this shit and stuff like that. Because there are two books that have been coming to my mind. One of them involves Aleister Crowley. I am not a fan of his, but I don't read certain things unless I am led to. I don't. And the book I was led to read that has his name on it, it's like looking at the enemy's playbook in a manner of speaking. And you cannot fight a weapon you have no knowledge on. Like, there's an organic knowing of how things work, but sometimes even when you have a natural knowing, there may be one little teensy weensy detail you're missing. That book is the teensy weensy detail, and I don't want to hear another word about it. That's the thing. My thing is this. I don't look at things unless I am led to. And so on down that line, and not everybody here is a warrior spirit. Some of us are put on this earth to not only find the enemy's playbook, but learn it and combat. And we are real time meant to be in combat with these entities, the people who try to use them, and so on down that line. Because some are straight up fated to serve the devil. Because not only I'm not going to say the book in question, because there's somebody here that wants to know my every move, my every business, like all this and that and the third. Is because this dumb fuck lied on my person. He deliberately sought out my counterpart, networked his way in, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go. Because the funny thing is, if you go into the divine feminine reading from the ever so fabulous Ghetto Nun that was posted yesterday, that story is loud and clear. It's loud and clear. And nobody, and I mean nobody, watches you like somebody who did some bullshit like that. And the funny thing is I've had visions of him doing this. Because, like, in spirit, me and my counterpart were out on a date, and the Gemini that has been up my ass for years pulls my man aside and is like, hey, you don't want to be with her. She's a bad person. She's a slut. She's a hoe. She's this. She's that. Like, just lies. And basically my counterpart ends up dumping me in that vision I had. And it's like, you know what? That actually explains that vision now. But the funny thing is another book that has been coming out, like, Watchmen is like the key word here. And then there's the book on my bookshelf by Alabama's very own Harper Lee, Ghosts Set of Watchmen. It's pulled from the book of Isaiah. And so on down that line. And there's a person who just pulled out in front of me while I had the right of way. So it just lets me know somebody here was missing an important detail. I posted on my community board this morning that some of the earth angels that walk this earth are part of the Watchmen. They watch, they observe, and so on down that line. And my thing is this: once you trespass on someone with that type of ranking and spirit, there's no rewinding anything. There's no, let me tell you something. Oh, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was saying. I was under the influence. I was this, I was that. Because some people are straight up fated to serve the devil. And nobody goes around saying that somebody with divine rank is in service of the devil, like somebody who is actually in service to the devil themselves. Yep. No one goes around saying a divine being is evil like those who serve evil, because if the divine ones come into their rightful place, that means they get the boot. It means they get the boot. So, but my thing is this: if you try to cross over and cross out a Watchman, it's like an emergency broadcast that goes up into the realms that says, hey, one of ours has been touched. One of ours has been wronged. The people assigned to be watched have failed their test. If you catch my drift. Like, that's the theme of this go around. Because I mean, it's just, people are not playing about their energy. Like, whoever this is keeps playing around to try to make somebody look as evil as they said. Like, they're trying to destiny swap, and it's really getting on my fucking nerves. It really and truly is. Because this person's pact is of the, as long as they are down finances in an uproar and stuff like that, you can keep their, like, they will be able to keep their spot and shit. And it's like, make this make sense. Because I mean, if you, okay, somebody here went to a practitioner down in Louisiana that I know of. I've known of that for a very long time. Because there's a luxury car that's white in front of me right now with a Louisiana tag. Somebody here just really has written a check that their ass cannot cash. They are repeating a past life mistake that they were not supposed to repeat this go around. There's karmic debt in their respective bloodline they have to pay back before they ever get a chance to come up ever again. Because in order to come up, you have to do it the honest and righteous way. Somebody here did it the demonic sellout way, and they did it because that's what their family has been doing for multiple generations. But the thing is, they were not supposed to continue it this generation. They were supposed to do it the honest and the correct way. And they did not do that. There is a reason that God says, touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. Nobody looks forward to being a prophet. Nobody. If you knew the spiritual bullshit that came with being a prophet, you would run for the hills. You'd run for the hills. If somebody is doing it for monetary gain, they are not a prophet. If somebody is looking for freebies and handouts because they are a servant of God, they are not a prophet. Prophets are not loved in their hometown communities. Ever. They are demonized, ostracized, belittled, isolated, and sometimes murdered. Yes, people will try to hurt you. So yeah, not only was a watchman set in a certain spot to observe and test a community and or a group of people, the watchmen have been activated. And they're coming. Somebody here was told to leave a watchman alone because somebody, like they went to somebody who had just enough rank to see that somebody was in fact a watchman. They told that person to sit their dumb, entitled asses down. And you know what? They did not do it. They did not do it. And you know what? You activate one, you activate them all. The warnings have already been sent in spirit. Those the folks in church you make fun of because they'd rather sit up in a balcony by themselves or by the door so they can quickly get out when service is over. Yeah, they're not weird. They're not unwell. That is a watchman. And my thing is, there are no do-overs. There are no, there's no extra credit. There's no allowing you to fix this. Like, you failed your test. You failed your test. You know you failed your test. Before I go, I'm going to say this. No one plays the holy roller spiel or the holy roller card like somebody who serves Stephen downstairs. Nobody likes Steve. Around here. There are people out there who are so hungry and desperate to be a big shot, to be wealthy, to be abundant, and stuff like that, so they can go live a celebrity-ish lifestyle. They want the money, they want the perks, but they don't want to do any of the work it takes to get there. They want to be seen as that guy, that girl. Will they abuse psychics and divination to find out who they need to talk to, what their likes and their interests are, and so on down that line in the name of knowing what to discuss? Yes, they will. They will. You find the right one with the gift of gab who has studied alchemy and transmutations and stuff like that, and then like manipulating their aura, because if they can control their aura, what makes you think they're not going to try to control the auras and the essences of other people? It's about stealing their destiny, stealing their life, stealing. And it's basically somebody who's trying to play God, basically. Because I can feel whoever you are, I can feel you connecting the dots as we speak. And I know you feel bad. I know you do. You felt bad when you heard the lie, but you just could not see how this person was lying, because this person was coming off as such a good friend. But now you see that this person has lied. You see the damage this lie has caused, and so on down that line. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. And so on down that line. If restitution has to be paid, then restitution has to be paid. My God. Because where a person's friend was lying out of jealousy because he wants the homeboy for himself sexually, the mom sent private investigators and so on down that line. I would know because I caught them parked in front of my house. And yes, I have pictures. I have pictures. And yes, I checked my camera because that car didn't leave until after I left for work. You're welcome to gaslight me accordingly. Just know it's not going to do you any good. And with that, bye.